A man lost his wife because of just 500,000 naira deposits, and a lot of people are blaming him. They are saying, oh, why didn't he prepare? He had 9 months to prepare, blah blah blah. And the most disappointing part is people who should know better, people that are in positions that you respect, are even lending their voices to this blame game to say, oh, he had 9 months, how come he did not prepare? Let's discuss. Actually, let's be realistic. The minimum wage in Nigeria is about 30,000 naira, which in, let's say, 9 months is about 270,000 naira. That does not even add up to the 500,000 naira that was being requested of him for deposits. Now, the minimum wage was recently increased to 70,000 naira, which I know for a fact that a lot of states have not even implemented. And let's even assume that this man is earning the so-called 70,000 naira. That is going to amount to about 630,000 naira in 9 months. So within that 9 months, let's assume he really wants to save his 500k. Does it mean that he is not going to eat? His family is not going to eat? I even understood that he has 2 other kids. His pregnant wife and the kids would not eat. They would not wear clothes. Wouldn't they go to school? Wouldn't they transport themselves? Wouldn't they pay school fees? Like, a lot of the opinions I'm saying are just very, very inconsiderate. And it's like we're all sitting down from our prism of privilege to judge people, forgetting that a lot of people are living well below the poverty line. Somebody went on the news saying Nigerians can live on $1 a day because $1 is 1,500 naira, and you can eat a lot with 1,500 naira compared to $1 in the abroad. And I'm like, are you serious? I heard the story of a family that lives on 12,000 naira monthly, and even right now they cannot afford the 12,000 naira to sustain themselves. And here we are blaming a man for not being able to raise 500,000 naira to save his pregnant wife. Not everybody can call for help. Some people are like, oh, as a woman, so you mean you did not even have anybody that you can pick up your phone and call for urgent 500k? Seriously, let's be realistic. Do you have that? Even me, like, hey God, if I pick up my phone and say I'm looking for urgent 500k, the people that you think will have it and can give you at that moment in time that it is really urgent to you, unfortunately they might not have it. So why are we so quick to judge, like to cast aspersion on somebody? They say that don't kick a man that is already down. This man is already down, and a lot of us are still kicking him down there, that how come you did not have 500,000 naira to save your wife? How about now? And then see, I don't want to talk about a lot of things that people are saying, but let's face what the actual problem is. The real problem is the broken system that we are living in. We need to shift the conversation from blame game, from telling the victim, oh, why didn't you do this, to what could we have done to avoid this solution. There should be compulsory health insurance scheme in place. And when I say compulsory, you know, when you hear on radio these things are compulsory, but a lot of people are not doing it. The government needs to set up a task force, if possible, to mandate compulsory health insurance, especially for workers, whether you're working in the private sector or in the public sector. They should make it mandatory that you have an existing health insurance scheme for yourself and your immediate family. You as a worker, no matter how small, you're contributing to it, and your employer is also contributing to it. And for a lot of employers or little that are like, oh, I only have 1 staff, I only have 2 staff, or I have 10 staff, I have 100 staff. It doesn't matter how many staff you have, as long as you have somebody that you're paying salary. They should make it compulsory. You contribute into health insurance scheme for them, because when your worker is sick, before you know it, you've already put out notice, sales girl wanted, sales boy wanted. You don't care about their health, and I can't blame you. It's also because you don't have money like that. But if we have this kind of system in place, it is going to avoid all this like small simple emergency care like this. And also, if we have this health insurance system in place, hospitals will not necessarily be rejecting people, because it's part of what killed this lady. Hospitals were rejecting her because they could not make the deposits. And I totally understand why hospitals were doing this, even though I do not agree with it. I totally understand. I read the story of a doctor who brought out money from his own pockets to treat a patient, hoping that they are going to refund him. And then by the time the patient was getting worse, small, they ran away. Another one where the patient made a small deposit, they treated the patient, hoping that when the patient regains consciousness, the patient is going to pay. And then finally, when the patient regained consciousness, the patient went to go and bring his gang of thugs to come and fight the hospital. That how dare they ask him for balance? Like, I understand a lot of stories are filling up social media about the mess of the health system that we have. I get that, no problem. But can the government look into it? Compulsorily, even the government too should be paying for health insurance. Private companies, as long as your company is registered and you have a staff, you should also be paid. Even if your company is not registered, God save, those of you that have state guests, because a lot of you are not registered. Even if like, I don't know the kind of health insurance we have. Perhaps there isn't health insurance of 1,000 naira per month or something, I don't know. But this kind of things should be in place so that we can avoid these avoidable deaths. It makes absolute no sense. And remember, for those saying, how come you could not say 500,000 in 9 months? NDIC said that like over 90% of Nigerians don't have up to 500,000 naira in their bank account. And right now, I am as guilty as what NDIC said, because if I combine my account balance in all my accounts, it not reach 500k. So what's the difference between me and the man that lost his wife over 500k? Enough of the victim blaming, and let us discuss practical solutions that can help us avoid this kind of situation. Right now, it is this man and his family. It can be anybody tomorrow. It can be me, it can be you, it can be anybody. And then by the time you are pasting account number on social media looking for funding, you will not see the funding. Why? Because the people you are begging for money to don't have. Let us look for actual solutions to this problem instead of trading blames up and down for victims that are already in mourning, that are already down. I don't have a proper closing to this video, but yes, that's it. I just have to say it from my mind. Thank you.